The Masterclass series is graciously funded by the National Endowment for the Arts. Art Works. In an age where college funding is limited, education resources are questionable, and arts programs are being cut, the Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts, better known as CAAPA, has stepped up to the plate. Inspired by CAAPA as part of its commitment in supporting classical music education and performance artists throughout the United States and abroad, we offer the Masterclass series. CAAPA marries serious music students with acclaimed music masters of color, targeting historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, high school performing arts schools, and music conservatories, including the universities of Alabama State, Clark Atlanta, Fisk, Hampton, Howard, Lane College, Morgan State, North Carolina Central, Spelman College, Virginia State, and Xavier University of Louisiana. Since its launching in 2014, the Masterclass series helps students work on technique, improve stage presence, fine-tune performances, and build self-confidence. While emphasis is placed on classical music students to participate in the Masterclass series, audiences and faculty members are also encouraged to attend the free-to-the-public sessions. An exciting and fresh way to help CAAPA bring color to the classics. The Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts, in partnership with Morehouse College, presents the Masterclass series, the premier Black classical music Masterclass series. Dramatic tenor Issachah Savaage is garnering acclaim as a Handel tenor par excellence, with trumpet-like, clear, open-throated, powerful singing, said the San Francisco Examiner. Praised for having the rarest of instruments, a large voice of melting beauty, said the Washington Post. In his 21-22 season, Mr. Savaage returned to LA Opera to sing the title role in Tannhäuser. Savage's Tannhäuser is everything Wagner wanted, a truly thrilling sound, says Opera News. Issachah sang the title role in Verdi's Otello at Austin Lyrics Opera, and he made his European debut as Bacchus in Ariadne auf Naxos at Théâtre des Capitaux in Toulouse, France. In concert, he will sing Beethoven's Symphony No. 9 with the National Symphony, Dallas Symphony, and the Los Angeles Philharmonic. He will perform in Smith's March of the Women with the Cathedral Chorale. The tenor has had recent orchestral debuts with the symphonies of St. Louis, Colorado, Jacksonville, and the Ossé Symphony in Evian, France. Additional engagements include a recital with Raymond Tabar in Naples, Florida. Mr. Savaage is the winner of the Seattle International Wagner Competition, earning the main prize, audience favorite prize, orchestral favorite prize, and a special honor by Spake Jenkins.
I do not know.
The Facilitating today's masterclass is tenor Issachah Savaage.
I do not know.
Before we meet the music master, I just would like to say hello to everyone and welcome to CAAPA's virtual masterclass series. My name is Angela Renée Simpson. I am the program director of the series and your host. I would like to thank Morehouse College and its music department for agreeing to partner with us today in bringing color to the classics. To the Morehouse College students and faculty who are observing via Zoom, we will have a short question and answer session after Mr. Savaage finishes working with Mr. Moore. Please feel free to use the chat button for any questions you may have. And those who are watching on Facebook Live, please post your questions in the comments. Now, without further ado, I bring to you our music master, tenor Issachah Savaage, followed by Morehouse College freshman tenor Mr. Juquwayne Crockett. Hello, Mr. Savaage. How are you?
Hello. What a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If we can bring Mr. Crockett on, we will get started. Hello, I will leave you to it.
Bravo. Mr. Crockett, how are you today, sir?
Good. You.
Bravo. Very nice job. A very nice job. Listen, I love this for you. I love this in your voice. Let's just look at a few things. But the first, usually I like to let you have a second go at it. The first time is usually chock full of nerves and energy that you're bubbling over. Am I correct on that? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Those nerves are good nerves because it means that you really, really want to do a good job. And I applaud you for that. So let's tame the nerves. You're fine. You're in a safe space. And I like what you're doing for the most part. Let's go back. Let's do it again. And I want you to just release yourself of the nerves because you're in a safe space, yeah? And just sing. Just sing. Don't think about anything else. Just sing and enjoy the beautiful sounds that are coming out of your own mouth, okay? Let's do that first. And I'll stop you. Keep your eyes on me, and I'll stop you when I need to stop. All right. Bravo, bravo. So, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's look at because we have four dotted quarter notes in that first bar. Do you have music with you?
Mm-hmm.
You do? You have four dotted quarter notes in that first bar. So, what I want you to consider, instead of Vergin, tutto, amor, I want you to consider that in between those notes, if you look at the piano part, you're seeing some other moving parts in there. Those moving parts that the piano has should dictate a little bit more of your breath, right? So I want to kind of bring in a little bit of vibrato in the singing, because all of it's kind of straight toned right now. If it's possible, shake your voice a little bit. Yeah, shake it. Vergin tutto amor. Can you just give me that first phrase? Vergin tutto amor. Can you give it the bar?
Vergin tutto amor.
Okay. Okay. Are we? What do you think about your support? Have you worked a little bit about your support system? Yeah. Tell me what that is and where that is.
Like right here.
Okay. And that's called our diaphragm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little lower, and we'll get to the heart of that. It's almost as if you are going to take off running, and you have to position yourself to do so, and you feel those muscles engage as if you're going to launch in. It's that lower part of the abdomen that you want to engage a bit more, and you want to do it before you sing. So it's breathe, support, sing, so that when you start to phonate, that there's a support pattern underneath of the sound. Yeah. So take a nice good breath in for me. Yeah, a nice good breath. I need to hear a good solid G for me. And just spin that tone for me as much as you can. Try. Better. Now let's connect two. Minus the piano for a second. Let's connect two of those. Vergin. More Vergin. Can you roll your R a little in there? That'll help you elide the word a bit better. Vergin.
Vergin.
Okay, better. Keep going. Sing the whole phrase with a little bit of shake to the sound, okay? With the piano this time. Thank you.
Vergin tutto amor.
Keep going. Okay. So I'm sorry about that. I wanted to stop you there because I noticed this. You did this on two of those entrances where when you have to go back down to the G to continue the phrase, we lose a bit of your support. So I have Vergin tutto amor, where the voice goes in and out and in and out, right? So we want to keep that consistent. When you're preparing this, consider that that the sound has to be consistent all the way through. And when you want to do dynamic nuances, it still has to be on the breath, yeah? Still has to be with the support. Do it again from this beginning, and I won't stop you this time. We can do it with the piano. This time I won't stop you until I need to again. All right?
Yeah.
Bravo.
Ascolta, dolce Maria, la voce del peccato.
Okay, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Where is that? Okay, go into what is that? Measure number 6. Oh madre. Let's start there. Can you give him those 2 beats before?
Oh madre di bonsade, oh madre pia, madre pia.
Good. So, oh. Give me a nice rounded sound there. Oh, ma. It kind of gets stuck there a little. This is what I was talking about the shaking the sound. What that helps you do, it helps the air oscillate properly so that you can create a really, really full legato. Yeah? Have you talked about legato in your studies yet? Legato singing?
Mhm.
Yeah? Bravo. So let's try and incorporate a bit of that here. Oh madre piedad. So, oh madre. Oh, up and over, yeah? Try it again for me. Same spot.
Oh madre pia.
Good. Okay, now let's complete the phrase.
Wait.
You can do it again. Yeah, and then we'll keep going.
Madre pia, madre pia, ascolta, dolce
Okay, so
Maria.
oh madre pia. It's the same pitch, yeah? Oh madre pia. Ascolta. That word ascolta. In the composition, the composer is asking more dolce. He wants it to be a different color there, right? So do we know what this? Do you know what this song really is? What do you call that? In one word, what would you call this? Almost like religious. It's almost like a prayer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you can make it as intimate as an artist. You can make it as intimate as you'd like. It's not one of these things where it's out here, where we're singing out big and broad. Not so much. It's very, very intimate. And these words, did you translations yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are we saying?
Right.
Vergin tutto amor. Okay. So we'll leave that. We'll leave that, and you in your preparation. It's okay. It's okay. If you don't speak fluent Italian, you may not remember every single word all the time. That's totally fine. All right. But in your preparation, you can start to put the words in, and then as you prepare them, take your time. Isolate the songs. How long have you sung this? It's new?
Like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. So it's fairly new. So you're still studying it, which is totally fine. But as you're building it in, I want to caution you not to build it in where you just sing through it. Take the time to isolate the passages, pull them apart to see which ones you really like. If it feels good and you like it, and then you say, well, okay, then we can move on. But if you're getting stuck at some parts, musically, where you're not sure of a pitch, or where vocally, where it doesn't feel so comfortable, either way, don't just keep going to the end. Isolate that passage and really dig into it. Keep digging into it, working it through. And when you go back to your lesson, ask your teacher, can we dig into this part right here? Because this is the part that's uncomfortable. Yeah?
Yeah.
Bravo, bravo. I want to go to the second portion of that, of where you repeat. Because I think you're doing really well, and I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I want to keep pushing it forward. Okay, can we start at bar 11?
Yes.
And yeah, bar 11. Okay, do you know do you have your music with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you come in, il pianto.
Il pianto suo ultimo va giungano a te I suoi lamenti.
Good. Very nice, very nice. Very nice that you thought through that whole phrase, because I love where you took the breath, that you didn't take it in both spots. That's absolutely wonderful, because that gives us the whole phrase. Bravo. So when you're going to your lower notes, make sure that you're not making any extra effort. As a tenor, we get paid for high notes, not the low ones. So you don't want to make any extra effort to go, because then the core of the sound will drop out on you. So I always say, when I'm going lower, think the pitch it's going actually this way. The lower I go, it's going this way and this way and this way. So padre, even though it's a lower pitch, I'm thinking it going above the highest note I just sung. Yeah? So when you start that phonation, get a good deep breath. And making as bright as you possibly can. Down there. Il pianto. You might even show me some teeth there. Okay? Let's start it again. Right at the same spot. Support it. Better. Do it again and keep going.
Il pianto suo ultimo va giungano a te I tuoi lamenti sotto suoi gesti accenti.
Okay, so the first time you did it, you did not take that breath. The first time you did it, you didn't take that breath. Try it again. I like the fact that you didn't take it the first time, because it helps you not to give so much gravitas in the second. By the time you get there, you're spent a little. Let's go back and do the il pianto again. Il pia. Make it as natural as you possibly can. Take a good supported breath. Il pianto suo. Yeah, your turn.
Giungano a te I tutto, sorrecisti accenti, senti pietoso, quel turco, pietoso, pietoso.
So, suodol, suodol. Like really, really, really find these vowels. Suodol, suodol is the word. Try it again.
Impianto suo ti muova, giungano a te i lamenti sotto.
So just let's isolate that, just right there. Suodol. Your turn. No piano. Suo, suo, duol. Say it for me.
Duo, duo,
Suo,
duo,
suo,
duo,
duol,
duo,
duol.
duo.
Good. Duol. It's not duol. It's one syllable. Duol.
Duo,
Good. Suo.
duo,
Good. Duol.
duo,
Suo duol.
duo, duo,
Good. No. Suo duol.
suo, duo,
Duol. There's an L. Suo
Duol.
duol.
suo, duo.
Good. Suo duol. Your turn.
Suo, duo.
Support it. That was the best sound that you've given me on that. Yeah? Support it. Suo duol. Your turn.
Suo, duo.
Don't back away. Support the whole sound. All the way through that entire pitch. Suo duol. Your turn.
5 minutes, Mr. Savaage, 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Duo.
Fantastic. That's much better. So in your preparation for this, and with this piece and any piece that you're singing, really, really take the time to isolate it. It's a little unfair because you've only worked on it for 3 weeks. But in your preparation, please isolate each individual passage. Make sure that you're really, really getting each phrase. Suo duol. Say that for me.
Suo, duo.
Suo duo is what I'm hearing. Suo duol.
Suo, duo.
Bravo. So now you don't want to double the L, but that right now at least I'm getting an L. Bravo. So take the time to go through the piece, each word. Go through the word, because what happens is once you get comfortable with the vowels, how to say and pronounce the vowels, singing it becomes 10 times easier. Yeah? That's any language. Italian, German, French, Spanish, it doesn't matter. Any language, you get comfortable with the vowels, where they are, and it'll be 10 times easier to sing it, okay? Bravo, my friend. Fantastic job.
Thank you, Mr. Crockett.
Thank you.
Next, we bring to you Morehouse College senior bass Javien Moore.
Let me congratulate this happy turn, my honored brother, judge of Israel. Thy faith, thy courage, constancy and truth, nations shall sing, and in their just applause, all join to celebrate thy daughter's name. Lord, heard all ye virgin train, in glad songs of choicest strain. Lord, heard all ye virgin train, in glad songs songs of choicest strain. Lord, herald ye virgin train, in glad songs of choicest strain. Lord, herald ye virgin train, in glad songs of choicest strain. Ye blessed angels all around, laud her in melodious sound. Virtues that to you belong, love and truth demand the song. Love and truth demand the song. Love and truth demand the song. Ye blessed angels all around, laud her in melodious sound. Virtues that to you belong, love and truth demand the song. Love and truth demand the song. Love and truth demand the song.
Bravo. Bravo. Well, I, how long have you been working on this?
I've been working on this, I'll say, since mid-September.
Okay. This is, this is such a beautiful piece, and it gets a little tricky because intervallically there's a lot of leaps, right? Yeah, there's a lot of leaps. I want to start it again. Now that we've gotten the nerves out, I want to start it again. I want to start it again. Settle yourself a bit, and then let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's start right at let me congratulate. I'll just say this before you begin. About the recitative. Make it more conversational, really. That's not the aria part.
Mm-hmm.
Let me congratulate this happy turn, my honored brother, judge of Israel. Make it more conversational for that. Don't give all your pearls away in the recitative. You have the aria to sing after, right? So you can kind of let it loose a little bit on that one. Okay.
Let me congratulate this happy turn, my honored brother, judge of Israel. Thy faith, thy courage, constancy and truth, nations shall sing, and in their just applause, all join to celebrate thy daughter's name. Lord, herald ye virgin train, in glad songs of choicest strain. Lord, herald ye virgin train, in glad songs of choicest strain.
Bravo. Okay, so how are you feeling? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling
Vocally.
okay. As far as warmth,
Just in general, are you feeling well today? Because I heard a crack, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know whether it was necessarily a vocal thing or I have a cold thing, right?
I do actually have a cold.
Okay. So then that helps me a little bit there because I don't want to over push. You sing it, and then you're straining. Because I hear that there's a little something happening. Not even knowing your voice, but let's go to this one portion here because I think breath and settling of the breath breath is our everything. It's our everything when we're singing, okay? In life in general. But go start the phrase, start the beginning of the aria again, because this first leap sets the whole thing up. This very first phrase really is the crux of the piece, with the exception of the melismas. All right, start it again. Write it right on. Give him maybe a couple bars. Breathe.
Okay, I'll do it. Got you. Lord, her all ye virgins train in glad songs of.
Lord, oh, Lord. What's the word? Lord? Yes? Lord. You might also give me a little bit more narrow. Lord, oh, Lord, all. You're telling everybody to laud her. Yeah? Laud her. You know, look at this beautiful woman. Laud her. Praise her. Yeah? We're all glad that she doesn't have to die, is what you're saying. Have you done the research of the piece?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, we're glad that she doesn't have to die. This beautiful virgin. We're really glad about this. So you're her. You do you know what you are to her?
Zebulon singing. I'm her uncle.
Yeah, you're her uncle. So this is your niece that you've been looking after while her father has been in exile.
Right.
Yeah. So you're really happy about this. Laud her all, laud her all. Yeah. Ye. So if we anchor, laud her all ye, we can go up to that pitch without going la he. Yeah, it feels like you're kind of throwing it a bit. I would love for you to connect that all ye. Yeah, all ye.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, laud her all.
Lord, her all ye virgin train.
Okay, so can you connect that? All ye, as if the composer wrote a slur.
Okay.
Just give me those two pitches. No accompaniment, just give them the two pitches, please.
All ye.
Just the two pitches. All ye.
All ye.
So the bottom all, we don't have to dig for that.
Right.
You're a bass, you have that in spades. Yeah, I can hear it. So you don't have to dig. All ye. It's too much of a vocal shift. Yeah? All ye. Connect it as if there's a slur. Do it again for me.
All ye.
Even lighter on the all. Again.
All ye.
So in the ye, now let's flip it. Ye all.
Ye all.
Ye all, ye all, ye all. Connect it.
Ye all.
Better. Now, try as much as you can not to put so much pressure here. What you're doing is you're going, I don't know whether you can see it. You're going, ye all. Watch. Ye all. And the tongue is going, ye all. As a bass, you definitely, no singer wants to do that really, but as a bass, you definitely don't have to do that. You have the right color already. Ye all. Go the other way. Instead of ye all, more all and narrow going this way. Not all. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Yeah, try it again.
Ye all.
Ye all, but support the sound because you're under pitch right now. Again.
Ye all.
Better. Ye all, ye all, ye all, ye all.
Ye all.
Better. So play with that a lot because I won't beat it to death because you have a cold. But listen, when you master that leap, all of this is easy. Okay? Master that leap because you're going to do different parts of the voice, right? And you can't sing ye the way you sing all. And so this is what I'm trying to get you to connect. Yo, lighter on the all. Because what happens is you take the weight from the all up to the ye. And then the ye becomes harder. Yeah? Sing the whole phrase and we'll keep going. With the accompaniment. Please. Thank you, Maestro.
Lord, we're all Vergin
Better.
train, in glad songs our choicest strain. Lord, her holy Virgin train, in glad songs.
No, watch what I'm doing. I'm not moving, yeah? I don't want you to make so many adjustments. You're shifting almost for every pitch. Now, that's my best attempt of a bass sound. I'm mocking, it's my best attempt. Notice what I'm doing. Now, clearly, this is not my passaggio, but I'm giving a more in the sound. Glad songs. Yeah? It can all be connected. Those pitches are so much more closer than you think. You don't have to adjust so much for them. All right? Take one breath, and start that all ye Vergin train. Is that a bad place to start?
Okay. Were you saying from the beginning, or you were going?
No, right from that same spot.
Oh, ye Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ready. Lord, her holy.
Let's make that more comfortable. You can settle downward. Up is always down. Up is always down. Always. Lord, watch my body. Look what I'm doing. Lord, her all. Lord, down. Your turn.
Lord, her holy Virgin train.
I want the in the So do the whole phrase again. Are you taking the breath after Lord her and also after Virgin?
No, I'm not taking the breath after. I'm taking the breath after right before the melisma. So right.
Okay. That's the only breath you're taking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Lord.
Law. What I'm hearing is, sir.
Yes.
What I'm hearing is law. It's going wide, right? So clearly, you're as a bass, we're above your passaggio here, right? We don't want law. Yeah, your turn.
Law.
Good, but bring it forward. Law. Yeah, that's a much better sound. You don't have to throw it like that, okay? Law. Your turn. You can keep going.
Lord.
Too much pressure. Law. It will, I promise you. Law. Just way too much pressure. Relax your breathing. You don't need to throw air at it. You have this note.
Lord, her holy Virgin train, in glad songs.
So Lord, and in. Those are high notes, right? So we're going there. I don't want you to reach. Can you not take the breath before in?
I can.
Yeah. I think it would help you drastically. So take the breath after ye Vergin, and then don't take the breath before in, because in because you don't need it. Okay. Once again.
Love her holy virgin praying in glad songs. In glad songs, all voices strain.
Bravo, bravo. So for you, going forward with the study of this, don't tell yourself I need to be bass. You already are a bass. I get the impression that it sounds a bit like you're giving me a little more effort than you want, than you need to, because your sound is it's really a beautiful sound. You don't need to give nearly the amount of effort that you're giving, but especially for these pitches, you have them. All right. So when you go to the bottom, the same thing we were talked about before, when you have these big intervallic leaps, always think the bottommost note don't have to be. You don't have to growl for it. Okay, you don't have to growl for it. So when you go to this, notice what that felt like, though. Did that feel like you have to? I mean, because it's harder to start a high note right on the attacco. That's a different sensation. But starting it within the context of the phrase and not breathing after train helped quite a bit. It was a much more beautiful sound. So don't dig for the pitch. Let's go to the second phrase. Ye bless. It's the same thing musically.
Ye bless angels all up.
Ye bless. Ye bless. Ye bless. Not so much. You don't need it.
Ye bless angels all around.
So let's take that interval. Angel, 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 just do that for me.
Angels.
You see, your body comes up. Get into a mirror sometimes. 9. Up is down. Yeah? Okay.
Angels.
Better. Angel. You're going angel. Angel.
Angels.
Almost. So keep playing with that. I don't want to beat it to death. So keep angel. Now go angel. Da 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 da.
Angel. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're also thinking about it a little too much. In the just relax, my friend. You're doing amazing. Think of it this way. Watch. I want to dummy this down for you. You're making it way too complicated. Make it easy. Go ahead. Angel. And watch this. Forget the words. Do it this way. Slide. Better. So as you work this, I really suggest to you that you really baseline the breath more than anything other. Baseline your breath.
5 minutes, Mr. Savaage. 5 minutes.
Thank you. Baseline. Make sure you have a good anchor to your breath, because what I'm sensing is that every time you go to sing the upper pitches, you go and you reach for them and you lose your sense of support. It is absolutely a beautiful sound. I think I love the fact that you nailed this melisma. I mean, I wish that you could. Let's go to that last melisma.
The very last one?
The very last one.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Love and truth demand a song. Love and truth demand a song.
Love and truth demand a song. More song, more song. You did it so legato and so beautifully in the melisma, but then when you go to this do the first one again. Love and truth demand the song before the melisma.
Love and truth demand a song. Love and truth demand a song.
Bravo. So much better. I think as you keep working this again, consider the breath. Once you get the breath under you, yeah, where you get based on that breath, you really ride the breath. You won't feel the need for whenever the intervals are wide and you have to go up and down, up. You'll stay anchored. You can go up there without having to throw the breath with it. You keep anchored to your bottom. Stay anchored. Yeah? Bravo, my friend. Really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Now comes our question and answer session. As I stated before, if there are any students who are there in the auditorium who wish to ask Mr. Savaage a question, please approach the camera and Zoom camera and do so. So I'll start off with the questions. So I've asked basically everyone, the same question. How did you fare during COVID, during the quarantine?
Well, how deep do you want me to go? It was honestly, it was quite a challenge. It was definitely a challenge, but I'm so grateful for avenues like CAAPA that continue to keep the music going, where there was some sort of outlet that we could go to kind of sing, even if it wasn't our normal or usual platform,
Right.
some place where we can artistically express ourselves, even if it's just singing a small excerpt. I know I've done quite a few Zoom concerts and Zoom masterclasses and interviews and that kind of thing. It was very, very helpful in keeping us alive.
Yeah. Well, we know this business itself is it's not for the faint of heart.
Not at all.
It is, sometimes it's feast or famine. You have those years where you're working back to back, and then you have those years the phone is not ringing.
Right.
So what would you tell the students, those who are still in school right now, about this business, about singing as a business?
I would say, like, to piggyback off of what you said, I've been fortunate where I never had really the famine sort of thing in terms of scheduling until COVID. But what I will say in that, though, there's definitely been times where the schedule was a little more space in between things than 1 year from the next. But what I would say is, even when you're not working on the stage or in an opera house, you're still working. Or at least you should be. Because there is always something for us to do.
Right.
Better our languages, better our rhythms, better our understanding of whatever character that we may not even have been contracted to sing,
right,
but we would like to.
Right.
So I always say, if there's something that you want to sing, don't wait until you have to sing it.
Right.
to learn
Right.
it. You
Start
know, if
working
you
on it.
start working on it. So there's always something to do. I'm working on at least 3 or 4 different scores that I have not been asked to sing, but because I just love them so much and I want to sing them.
Well, if
So
you're always ready, you don't have to get ready.
that's what they tell me,
They
and I
say, they
believe it.
say you look, prepare as if it's coming. You know what I mean?
Amen. Absolutely.
Prepare
Absolutely.
as if it's coming. So you had to create. You had during COVID, during quarantine, you had the outlet. Not, I'm sure, just not only CAAPA, but so. And I also asked the same questions of the music masters. What did being in quarantine teach you? What did you learn about
Ooh.
yourself?
What I learned about me is that I really am an extrovert by heart. I really am.
Mhm.
I've learned over the course of time in this business to be the I'm sorry, I said that backwards. I really am an introvert.
You're introvert.
I really am an introvert, but I
Uh-huh.
learned over time to be the extrovert where, I could come into the room and do all the things, you learn that from going to several donor parties and that kind of thing.
Right.
Um,
True.
but I do enjoy a little bit of downtime. I
Hmm.
enjoy that very much.
Yes.
But it taught me even deeper into that I also do need human interaction.
Hmm.
It has to be balanced. I really
Hmm.
do need human interaction in my life. There was a period in that where it felt so inhumane to
Hmm.
not be able to freely go and see or freely go out to lunch with or it just felt
Right.
it felt really odd. So
Right.
it taught me that, yeah, though you are the introvert,
Hmm.
you really do still need, and I capitalize the word need. I really do
Hmm.
need um, to have that human interaction. But the other thing it's taught me is how vulnerable we are
Hmm.
as independent contractors, as the self-employed singer. We're
Yes.
very vulnerable when if you have not, I would say, put together additional things
Right.
along the way. I mean, they say that you really do you should have anyway multiple streams of income and that sort of
Hmm.
thing. You should have that anyway. But my God, as a self-employed entrepreneur, gig worker, my
Hmm.
God, it is such a eye
Yeah.
opener. The
Yes.
carpet just pulls right out underneath you.
At plan B, C, D, and E.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's talk about languages a little bit. How important is language, especially while you're in the university in school?
I think it is crucial. It is so crucial in that it's your lifeline.
Hmm.
It is your form of communication.
Hmm.
I think so often when we're a student in school, and I was the same way.
Hmm.
Our perspective is all sound oriented. It's all about what we sound like, what we sound like, what we sound like.
Yes.
So often so that when I'm teaching a masterclass, I often ask a young singer, "Okay, so we did that. Now you did it right. What did that feel like?" And
Hmm.
inevitably, they
Yeah.
will give me a bunch of adjectives that describe the sound,
Right.
not the feeling, because
Right.
we've been disconnected in that way.
Hmm.
Our ears are not the only thing that needs to be developed in
Hmm.
it, and the language is just so important. I
Hmm.
wish to God I would have majored rather in languages
Hmm.
more so than
Yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
because I knew I could already naturally sing. Take
Hmm.
private voice lessons on the side, but major in the languages,
Hmm.
because when it's not your native tongue
Right.
and you have to communicate in it,
Hmm.
and you haven't learned the languages properly, you're
Right.
always behind the eight ball.
Right.
You're
Right.
always behind the eight ball with how to interpret something and how to
Mhm.
sing it, because not only just from a dramatic standpoint, also from a vocal one.
Mm.
When we don't know where the vowels are,
Right. Right.
or we don't really have a good understanding of how the vowels are in their purest form,
Hmm.
then you don't if you don't have the purest form, you don't know how to modify.
Right. Right.
You have to have
Absolutely.
the purest form before you can modify. So
Hmm.
all of that, I think, plays a big part in our ability to phonate properly, finding those vowels, and that's all in the languages.
Absolutely. Um, I'm vamping here. I'm good at it though. So, what piece of advice do you wish someone had given you while you were still in school? That you know, but now that you have this career and you're out now, what piece of advice do you wish someone had told you before you left school, before you started?
Yeah. It's okay to be wrong.
Mm.
It is absolutely okay to be wrong. And I hope my two gentlemen are still listening.
Mm-hmm.
To get something wrong or right, you have to get it wrong sometimes so you can get it right.
Get it right, absolutely.
You really do. It is okay to be the person that don't get it all the time, or it's okay to not be the person to get the competition or to get the contract. Sometimes you just need more time, and that is really okay. I wish someone would have told me that, so I wouldn't have gone into the business so neurotic and angst about it. I gotta get this, I gotta do that, I don't get this, it's wrong. If you don't get it, so what?
Right.
Literally, if you do not get it, and I can say that now because I've learned it over time. I didn't feel that way when I was a student in school. I felt like I had to get this, I had to get that, and I was such an obedient soldier. Oh my God. Whatever you told me to do is what I did. You say put your eyeballs behind your ear, that's what I did. Put your tongue up in the roof of your mouth. That's what I did. Whatever you said do, because I wanted it so badly. I wanted to get it, and I felt like every adult in the room knew more than me. So I have to do what they say do, because I if I don't, I'm never going to sing. I'm never going to have a career.
Right. Yeah, but as a singer, you have to know your voice. You have to know your voice and trust your instincts.
Absolutely.
Trust your instincts.
They never fail you.
They will
never fail you.
Never.
I mean, case in point, I was told that, and I won't even say what I was told one of the most ridiculous things that I should sing. And I knew earlier on, something about, I didn't even know how to say some of the terms that we've come to learn as a professional. I didn't know how to do it. I really didn't know how to say it, but I knew instinctually it was wrong. It was just not right for me. When I was offered my very first operatic contract, I was 17 years old, and I was offered the role of Cavaradossi.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even say I couldn't even say it. But I was offered that role at 17.
At 17.
From a company that should have known better.
Should have known better.
But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. And something instinctually said, Issachah, you can't even say these words. You have no idea. Just say no. And so I went into the office, and I talked to the gentleman, and he said, well, so what you going to do? You thinking about doing it? And I remember saying to him, I just don't think that's right for my voice. Trying to sound intelligent, but really I was scared to death because it just wasn't right for me.
Right. Yeah. No. You can't play these roles at 21, 22. The voice hasn't even left its first level of maturity yet for you to even think about singing an operatic role like that.
I didn't even know what passaggio was. What are you talking about? I mean, really? Really? No. It was very wrong. But
trust. That's what I would tell us, to trust your instincts. If your instincts say no, fine.
Right.
Trust that and keep going.
And the no doesn't have to be eternal.
No, sometimes that's right. Not right now. Look, the voice doesn't mature, especially the male voice, till about 34, 35, somewhere in there, reaches its maturity, full maturity. And then after that,
there's still a way to go.
Exactly.
There's still a way to go. Absolutely.
So did you think you would be a held in tenor?
No. And for me, honestly, the labels are so unimportant to me. I think, honestly, since you said that, one of the single-handed things I think that has been wreaked havoc in a lot of the universities is the discussion of Fach.
Yes.
It has been so widespread. Oh, you're this kind of, you're that, you're this, you're that. Oh my God, it is so damaging.
Right.
You
It
tell
is.
a young singer who has not even understood
Good. Right.
what these terms mean,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden you tell them that they're a lyric, they're
Mm-hmm.
a spinto, a Helden, a dramatic, and all this, and then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden they assume these words to be a verb.
Right.
They automatically start doing something. You know, if I'm a lyric, I gotta sing like this. If I'm a soubrette, I gotta, you know,
Right.
I'm a tenor,
Right.
a Helden, I gotta do
Right.
that. And then
Right.
all of a sudden you have these voices that are distorted
Right. Right.
because they haven't developed the time to really get an understanding. It's a noun. Those words and terms are nouns, and it's either you are or you're not,
Mm-hmm.
and they really have no real presence in our development. I don't think I don't know of any of my professional friends who live in the I'm the lyric, I'm the spinto.
Mm-hmm.
We're just
Right.
all trying to find the right fit,
Right.
you
Right.
know, for the repertoire.
And not
Doesn't
every
work.
role is for everybody.
Absolutely not.
Not every role is for
Absolutely not.
everybody. You know.
You know,
You
I
have to
could
know
sing
that
this
too.
really well, and maybe a little bit of that, and
Yeah.
maybe none of that.
Maybe an aria out of this one, out of
Exactly.
this role, but not the whole role.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's end the question and answer session on one more question. If you had the students who are now in school, especially gentlemen now that are at Morehouse, and they do want to have a career in music, in opera, what would you tell? What would be the first thing they should do once they graduate? Say from graduate. Yeah, these are undergrads, so they're undergrads. Do they have to go to grad school? Do they have to do a young artist program? Is
Absolutely
that
not.
yeah?
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly say the one thing you have to do is you have to keep learning
Mm-hmm.
in whatever form or fashion that presents itself.
Right.
You have to keep learning that whichever form or fashion it presents itself, that's right for you.
Right.
You have to keep learning. Master's program is not right for everybody.
Right.
A young artist program is not right for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But learning certainly is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The one thing you have to do is find you the right teacher.
Great teacher, yeah.
Bar none. Find the right teacher and audition them
Mm-hmm.
as much as they would audition you.
See,
If it doesn't
See?
work,
it doesn't work. Right.
leave. It
Right.
doesn't work. And it doesn't have to be contentious or disrespectful or
Right.
rude. It
Right.
just has to be, thank you for what you've given me so far.
Mm-hmm.
I want to broaden my horizons a bit, and I want to take a lesson here or there. You don't even have to disclose who you want to take it with.
Right.
You just
Exactly.
have to be clear and honest and goal oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be the greatest this or that. It's just to be the best you that you possibly can be.
Absolutely.
Seek a teacher. That's the one thing I would say, no matter what, whether you are graduating undergrad or graduating master's program, even when you graduate a master's program.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm still studying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Pavarotti studied until he couldn't sing anymore.
Right.
You know,
True.
or didn't sing anymore. I think,
Right.
you know, it's a part of us as an artist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You make the choice whether you want to be a singer or whether you want to be an artist.
Yeah.
Artists want to keep learning. We want to
Mhm.
keep learning no matter what.
Thank you. Thank you for that. If we can bring Professor Miller on for a few words, if he's still there. There he is. Hello, Professor Miller.
Professor.
Hello. How are you?
Good, good. Do you have a few words for us?
Yes, I certainly want to thank you for having us and for welcoming these two young men. I tell them all the time, we've had 2 years basically of downtime and staring at each other on the screen. And
Right.
it's time to get back to it
Mhm.
and to have things to prepare for and to get nervous and to have butterflies and
Absolutely.
to mess up.
Yeah.
You know, it's time, it's past time. So I welcome the opportunity to throw them right into the fire and to come out better for it. And so I certainly appreciate the opportunity to allow us to participate. And I welcome that for all of our colleagues and everybody listening. Just that the more opportunities we can create, the more avenues we can create for our young folk, especially because nobody has time anymore, right? You have to take all the time that you have to keep learning. You have to learn even when you think you're not supposed to. You know, there's no such thing as bad experience. It's just experience. So
right.
You got to learn, and so for that we're very grateful, very proud of them, and I think they'll be much better for it.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Thank you, Professor Miller. Thank you so much for your words. Thank you. And Mr. Savaage, do you have some parting words for us?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you to CAAPA for extending this invitation to me, and I wanted to thank our two wonderfully talented singers for participating and lending their talent to us and displaying all of their beautiful talents.
Sorry.
We really appreciate it, and also for the wonderful accompanists who accompanied them so beautifully. Thank you all for your participation.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we're going to end our masterclass here. Thank you all. So this concludes our CAAPA's virtual masterclass with the Morehouse College. I hope everyone enjoyed the performances as well as took away some valuable information from Mr. Savaage. CAAPA would like to thank the Morehouse College Chair of Creative and Performing Arts, Professor U.Z. Brown. We would like to thank Professor Timothy Miller. We'd like to thank Mr. Ezra Huggerbrooks for accompanying the students today. We'd like to thank Mr. Crockett, Mr. Moore, and finally, Mr. Issachah Savaage. We at CAAPA are grateful to continue to bring you these virtual masterclasses. We will be taking a break for the Thanksgiving holidays, but we'll return with 2 final masterclasses before the Christmas break on December 1st and December 8th. If you are interested in having the CAAPA Virtual Masterclass Series partner with your institution, please stay and watch our exit video, which will have our contact information. Thank you everyone for joining us and have a wonderful day. God bless.